morning, everybody. I'm gonna make things different. That's my style, my nature. So, first of all, Assalamu alaikum. Thank you for taking the time to come and visit us. It's really exciting, to see all these beautiful people this morning. I was not supposed to give a speech. I'm supposed to be flying back on Tuesday to the US. As you may all know that I live in the US and I travel most of my life in the plane. So when they ask me where are you today, I said in the plane. I woke up this morning, like every morning, and I look around, I was like, where I am. Am I in the US? Am I in Morocco, Algeria, or some other country? But every time I wake up, what I do, the first thing is I pull my phone. I don't do anything. Okay? So what I do is I wake up and I open the phone and I say my emails. The first things that I do is what? Thank you. Do you guys do the same? Okay. And then the next things, do you know what I do? Breakfast, unfortunately not. I wish if it was the case. I check Facebook, believe it or not. I don't know about you guys, but I'm hooked to it. Like all the social network. Twitter, Facebook, all the good stuff, So how many people check Facebook every morning? Raise your hands. Yeah, there's some of you are lying. Of course, majority of the people look at Facebook, okay? So I look at Facebook and I see a friend of mine getting married. I see the other one is hugging his son, and I see, so many things. And I see some articles that I read. And the funny thing is, as a business person, I should be looking more into LinkedIn than Facebook, but I end up looking more at Facebook and LinkedIn. So I ask myself, why? Why is it that Facebook is attracting me so much and attracting a lot of business, even Obama, believe it or not? He spent his time tweeting and looking at his phone. So here's the answer. Why don't you guys stand up, please? Stand up. Okay, here's what I'd like you to do. The person next to you, you know him, you don't know him, you know her, you don't know her. I want you to either hug her or shake her hand or his hand. Go ahead. Oh, you guys are so slow today. Oh, that's a beautiful hug. See, that's what I like. See, that's the thing. Thank you so much. Please have a seat. See, that's the thing. I wish, when I wake up in the morning, and unfortunately when I'm traveling, and when I travel, I don't have anybody to stand in the morning and hug. So the first thing I look is Facebook. Unfortunately, Facebook cannot hug me. And I cannot hug it. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're hooked as I am with Facebook, it's a wonderful thing. But you still have to have time for friends and family. I'm telling you guys, this is something about part of leadership. Now, Facebook, wonderful company. They made billions of dollars on our behalf. They make a lot of money, right? One of the fastest and the most richest company in the world. Now you think about it from the leadership standpoint. I look at it like, oh my God, they're amazing. I like to know what their business mentality. It's getting people hooked with other people that they don't know. Or get back to people that you have not seen for 20 or 30 years or 15 years or 5 years. It's a good thing. But the most beautiful thing is if you should, as a future leader, stand up and spend time with people on that Facebook. Not in front of it and see what they do every day. Take time, at least, 10 minutes a day. Hug your family, your friends, people that you know. Because if we continue like that, I don't think our society can stand it. We're going to be living in a 3-dimension, in a virtual environment. I was talking to somebody in the US. We have, in the US, we have what we call an R&D. You know what's a research and development? All right. So that's where the innovation, the ideas comes out. So we were talking and sitting and connected with somebody in Saudi Arabia. I don't know if you're aware of it, but American University of Leadership is in 18 campuses, about 10 or 12 countries, and soon in Saudi Arabia and China, inshallah. So the students with AU at American University of Leadership, they share their knowledge all over the place. But here's the idea of the innovation. It's what we call the innovation in leadership. Is that we're sitting there and we're thinking, it's like, if this world continue with this technology, with this innovation, where are we going? We already seen 15 years or 20 years ago that e-learning is taking over. Most of the universities in the world, including in the US, are closing their department and going to the World Wide Web, which means everything is online. Everything is in smartphone. Your education, your program, your classes, everything is online. Today, you have your banking online, you have your, what else you have? Research online, you get everything online. You don't even need to leave your office or your home. Especially for people, they're working people, they don't have the time to go outside. In any case, the point is we're brainstorming. You know what's brainstorming, right? Everybody jump and say, you know what? I think we're going to do a virtual class, not an e-learning, not synchronized or unsynchronized, but walking on the mountains and everything. It's true, it exists. It tricks the brain to think that, but it exists. So they said, okay, so how can we do this with the education system? And guess what? We come up with an idea through the brainstorming, through this Department of Education. Or here's the thing that you, the future leaders, will need to do. You have to work on yourself first. What I've seen in Morocco, and I'll give you a little bit of my background. I spent 20 plus more than 25 years in the US. Okay? I spent the 25 years and always in my mind, how can we help others? Because number one, for human happiness, irregardless what religion, what color, what background, what culture, happiness comes when you help somebody else. Believe me, I'm 44 or 45 soon. I've been in the US since the age of 17. I know exactly how it works. I know I've learned, studied, got a doctorate, got so many degrees that I don't know what to do with them. But the most important thing is, number one, is helping people. So how can you help people, future leaders? Tell me. How can you help people? Thank you. What? I'm gonna move. Sorry. To care. Who said that? Thank you very much, lovely lady. Exactly. How can you help somebody if you don't care about them?
You can't.
You can. Thank you. Respect.
Yes, you respect the others, you actually help them.
Exactly. So the help start with the respect. That's one. Feel them. Oh, here is the feeling part. Thank you. Let me go back to. I'm sorry. Let me go back to the feeling things. You know what's emotional intelligence? What is emotional intelligence? You know what you just did earlier when you stand up and you shake somebody's hand? That's you feeling the person. Can Facebook do that? No, I don't think so. Hey, I love you. Big heart, big smile. No, it doesn't work like that. But I'm sorry. But the feeling part is very important. Understanding. That's how business is done. Business is about understanding your business, understanding the people that runs the business. There's no business without people. You know, you pick anything. You pick Facebook, Microsoft. You can pick any Moroccan company. CDG, just walls and systems. But who runs the companies are humans. Regardless of what they tell you, robotics is coming soon, artificial intelligence is coming soon. But without the human touch, without the feeling, nobody's going to be successful. Nobody can understand what's going on in this world. So, helping, you be happy. You're happy, you can build, learn, share, teach, train, right? Be successful. Make a difference. Thank you. That is the simple formula, ladies and gentlemen, to become successful. All that is defined in one word, ladies and gentlemen. What? Help. Are you okay? This lovely lady was saying something. Empathy. Thank you. Listening. Thank you. Okay, love. Ladies and gentlemen, all these things, persisting, sharing, knowledge, all these beautiful words are under one word. Thank you. Amazing. Please, you have to come in. So, you want to be a leader. There are two kinds of people. Leaders and followers. Doesn't mean that followers are bad or not. They don't have that capacity, but they're different from that standpoint. So please, the most important thing, a lot of people, there's so many theories from Princeton, from AUL, from Harvard, a lot of theories. And believe it or not, some of them are wrong. But one theory that I can confirm to you guys, you know what it is? What theory? You can learn to become a leader, ladies and gentlemen. That's all what it is.
Leaders are made, not people.
Exactly. So you learn how to be a leader. You learn how to respect. I was reading, again, the Facebook things, and I love that thing. I was reading an article about energy, human energy. Right? I don't know if you read that article, but energy is something wonderful. We are energy. We're all bulb of energy. And this energy that is within us needs to be fed. You know that, right? Okay, so if our energy needs to be fed, ladies and gentlemen, we need to look where to get this energy. Now here's the difference between a good-hearted leader and somebody who doesn't care about our human. People that don't care about the human, they fit their energy through another human. You know how do you do that? Huh? By sucking their energy. Simple as it is. How you suck somebody's energy? Make them sick. Scream at them.
Negative energy.
Huh?
They project negative energy.
They reject the I haven't had my breakfast yet. Sorry, guys. Now, do not, if you are, or you know somebody who's negative, who doesn't have that energy, who doesn't believe that it can be successful, please help them to a certain extent. But yourself as a person, you can get this energy through nature around you. You know, the grass, the trees, the walking, the love, the hugs, positive energy. Okay? This positive energy will help you be positive. If you're positive, you can be helping others. If you're balanced, you can help others. You can learn how to be successful. Nothing should stand in front of you, ladies and gentlemen, to be successful. Nothing. No environment. No negative people. I'm not going to say I'm sorry, but governments. Nobody should stand in front of you. You understand that? So if you want to be successful, you have to fight for it. Do you think nobody has problems? Everybody has problems. Now, how would you manage that problem? That's the question.
You fight through.
You fight. Thank you, you will. So here's one other point that is important, and I'll be done. I promise I won't take a lot of your time. We talked about being positive. We talked about persistence. We talked about positive energy, right? Now, how do you make your decisions? How do you make a decision?
Positive decision.
You know, we all positive
Decision.
Positive decision, okay? All right. Now, I know we all heard about the... Yes, sir? Excuse me, sir. You and Facebook. Can you get another phone to this? I'm sorry he was on Facebook just chatting with his girlfriend, so don't forgive him.
Before we make a decision, we think it through and try to solve the problem that is in hand.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay, thank you. I can take that. This gentleman over here, please. We're going to hear a few of the crowd's opinion about decision making, but I like to share with you my version, and then
Thank you so much. The first thing you do in taking the positive decision is to follow SWOT analysis. The first thing I did
SWOT analysis.
SWOT analysis. So to determine first your objective, and then the good strategy to follow to get that objective with the analysis of the market. I mean, the market is not all the time related to business and so on.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate your feedback, my friend. All right, we're going to do one more, and we're going to...
Ask for others' opinions.
Huh?
Ask for others' opinion.
Okay, which is the part of the brainstorming. Okay, that's another thing, another way of doing it. Okay, thank you. One more.
Thank you so much for your valuable words and speech that you have
Thank you,
presented.
sir. Thank you.
But I think in addition to SWOT and all these things, there is a trust. You have to trust yourself, and you trust your team.
Your judgment. Thank
Yes.
you. That goes into leadership. That's one of the components, if you say. There's a gentleman behind you, then this gentleman over here, and then we'll be done.
I just wanted to say that when you're making decisions, you have to see who is going to be affected by that decision. So whether it's
The impact of the decision. That's what you're talking about.
And it has to be positive on you and on the people around you. That's
Okay.
what matters.
Good, good. One more over here, please, and then I'm sorry, guys. One more over
May I
here.
have just one word?
Oh yes, sir. Go ahead, sir. I'm sorry. My apologies. I thought
mean,
you just handing the microphone.
Thank you for your the gentleman's. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I took
Don't worry
my-
about it. Make yourself home.
I mean, besides the decisions we take every day, there is a kind of decision that make someone a leader. You know, it's not someone like we hear about people who take, for example, in the government, risky decisions, who may seem to the others, okay, a weird, kind of weird.
Okay.
It will cause like, yeah, exactly. I want to say just. There is one thing, and which is the pillar of the decision.
Okay.
We have to believe in our decisions. If you take it, okay, you have to believe in it.
Even
and
if
you take the results.
Okay. Even if the impact is not exactly that needs to solve the issue.
Well, everyone makes mistakes. You
Okay,
know, you
yes.
could make mistakes. But
We learn from the mistakes.
if
But
you-
okay.
if you have done the job, you will be at the top. You know, that's what makes the difference between a leadership and someone who is just, let's say, I don't know.
Okay.
Simple.
All right. One more. Well, I'm so sorry, guys. One more person over here because he's been raising his hand, and then we'll move. And the gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen that have raised their hand, and my apologies due to the timing. We'll make sure that you guys have a word to say at the end.
Hi, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum
For me,
salam
in
wa
order to
rahmatullahi
take a good decision, firstly, besides taking consideration technical considerations, we should also take in consideration others who are going to be affected by this decision, and also follow your heart.
Okay.
The most important thing is following your heart in order to be a leader.
A leader. Thank you so much. Thank you for your comments, and my apologies. But just to answer, just to give you a simple way, there's so many ways, and I spend my time the last 25 years making hundreds of decisions, and I learned from my mistakes, as they all say, and I read a lot of theories, a lot of articles. Now, what do we all know? And I want you guys to go back and look at it. In the ISO, you know what's an ISO? Okay. In an SMQ, there's a process of decision making, okay? The process of decision making, just in a bulk, not in you collect information, you get people involved, you do the brainstorming, that's true, you make your, what we call a collegial decision making, which is you go through a process. You know what's a process? Input, output, transformation. So you go through this process all the way until you get the last part where you have a choice, where you do a selection of the solutions, right? So from the information, collecting the information to the solutions, and you pick the right solution by doing what we call scoring or research or whatever you want to call it, or probability or whatever. But a lot of people, they go with this system and they think that's the perfect decision making. Here's what is the best decision making. We know that there's so many type of decision makers. One of them is agony. One of the decision makers are fatalism. There's so many type, you know, people, they're intuitive. Some others, they like to, you know, impulsive decision makers, okay? All those are type of decision makers. The thing is, majority of the decision makers, they make mistakes. I'll give you one example. You go to Marjan, as an example, and you go to the chocolate section, or the soda section. Let's go to chocolate. Cookies. Everybody loves sweets, right? Of course, everybody's hungry. I'm hungry, buddy, when I haven't had breakfast yet. So anyway, you're sitting in front of there and you're looking at chocolate and you look at the calories. Oh, this is too much calories. And then you pick the second one, oh, this is too pricey. And then you kind of like, oh, this is too little. You know how... So anyway, you spend your time looking at all these cookies for like almost 10 minutes and you don't buy. Or you call somebody and say, which one is the best? You know, I know you've had, you know, so that type of decision, ladies and gentlemen, you stay away from. Okay? Please. You rather make a decision than don't make a decision. Do you understand what I'm making? Because if you decide not to decide, that means you didn't take a decision, exactly. Or you took the decision not to take a decision. So stay away from that. Now here's another guy. I had somebody, one of the students years ago in the US, and he's like, oh, I know everything about iPhones, or it was iPhone actually. And he's like, oh, I know about this and how to work on that. Then I was like, okay, well, do you have an iPhone? He's like, no. It's like you become an expert and you have to make a decision to buy the iPhone. Bottom line is, the best way to make a decision, ladies and gentlemen, is combining two methods. First method is the collegial, is the SMQ one. There is a process, and then the second one is the, what is it? Action. Action, that when you make a decision, you go to action. When you have a decision, that means you have a solution. When you have a solution, you implement it as you implement a project. But the second one is your instinct. Believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen. What's inside you?
Intuition.
Intuition, thank you. Those are the two that I combine. That's what I've been making decisions for years, and then when I talk to other CEOs like myself, other presidents, other leaders, they all have the same answer. I do both. I do the collegial, and I do my instincts. And sometimes, so many people, so many leaders, they have tendency to make a decision, and nobody says, well, he's crazy. How many of you made a decision and everybody look at you like crazy? How many people have told you that?
All of us.
Huh? Yeah, they don't understand that, right? And then when you do it, that's the right one, right? Now let me ask you this: you're here today, right? You've made a decision. What made you come over here? Yourself, yes, I know. No, and your feet. No, I'm kidding. But why?
I believe that I can become a leader.
Thank you. That is what we call, you look for the return investment, not financially, the ROI. You look for something that is compensatory. So, go ahead, somebody raised your hands. Yes, sir.
You asked us what made us to be here. I mean, the word leadership.
That's what brought you over here.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir, and I wish you the best, and I wish that you become one of the greatest leaders so you can help others. So that you can help others. Let me repeat this. So you can help others become successful. Ladies and gentlemen, I wish you the best. I wish you the greatest. I wish you a lot of success. Myself, my team, my staff is under your service. I hope you enjoy your training. I hope you enjoy today. Be positive. Be happy. Motivate yourself. Motivate others. Please stand up. I promise I won't hurt you this time. Okay, but you're going to have to do what I do, okay? And I do it. Believe it or not, I do it sometimes when I get really upset. And I'll tell you why. There's no motivation. So what do you do to motivate yourself? That's one. Yeah, if you're good looking, so you don't have to worry about that. See me, I look at the mirror and be like, oh my God, I'm getting old. No. So here's what you do, and you do like me, all right? You ready? Okay. Keep doing it. Yeah. Come on. What's wrong with you guys? You haven't had breakfast yet? Okay. So keep doing it. Come on. Come on, guys. This is so slow. Say it. Bravo. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. It was really a pleasure, and I wish you luck for today. Thank you.